Okay, our viewer, you are welcome to today's program. Today we are teaching you how to make paint, and you know that we have different types of paint. We have what we call emulsion paint, we have what we call satin paint, we have what we call oil paint, we have what we call matte paint, and at the same time we have what we call base coat. But today our concentration is going on how to make emulsion paint. So as you can look at here, as you can see here, we have different chemicals whereby you can use to make emulsion paints. So I'll be showing you all the chemical we need one by one before we go into the production. This is water. Water is very, very important in terms of production because water is what we use for our dissolve to dissolve our chemicals. This is titan. If you look at it, it's like powder in form. Titan is what we use. It serves as a shining substance. It makes the paint to be shining. You not make it to be dull. So it is very, very important. There's what we call we have the primary chemicals, we have the secondary chemical. This one serves as one of the primary chemicals. That means without this, you cannot produce paint. It's very, very important. Then aside from here, we have what we call acrylic. This acrylic is like acame nature. Look at it here. Acrylic is very, very important also. This one also serves as a binder. This is a secret of paint. It's a primary chemical which you need in terms of production. It's very, very important. Sometimes you notice that after painting your house, you notice that when you touch the wall, you see dust coming out from the wall because of what? When the chemical is not well used, automatically that paint will not be good. That is why when you paint your house, when you touch it, you feel the stain. That means they use a dull chemical, the one that is not okay. So, but today, we're going to tell you how to use it, and at the end, you have a very good result. So this is acrylic. Also, we also call it PVA in terms of production. But from my layman understanding, we call it acrylic. Then we also have another chemical. Now, if you look at this one is called the thickener. Now, we have different type of thickener. We have nitroso. Nitroso is a very good chemical as a thickener. The same nitroso you see people using in types of soap production. So that is what we have here. But today, what we are using is what we call Emulsion. Emulsion is also a thickener, and we have a lot of them. But today, the one we are using is Emulsion. But nitroso is also a thickener. That is what makes the paint to be. Sometimes you notice when you pick some paint, it will be watering. But that means they did not use a very quality good chemical that they're supposed to use to bind it, to thicken it. Now, apart from that, we also have this one is called juniper. This one is called juniper. This one is called juniper. It's also a primary chemical needed in terms of the production. So what does this one do? This one help this thing to also retain the wall. Because if this one is not okay, it's very possible when you carry something and put the wall, you'll be still seeing the wall itself. But with this, it can also cover well. If you look at it, you will not see the main wall because of what? This juniper as a chemical is a very primary chemical needed in terms of production. Now, aside here, we also have this is formalin. This is formalin. Is preservatives. Sometimes, if you don't add formalin to your chemical, for example, if I am producing the one I want to use now, there's no need of putting this. But for example, the industries you produce whereby you can market and send to a market where they can make their sales, formalin is needed as a preservative. It can preserve the chemical for a longer time, 6 months, 4 months, 3 months, and so many months. Do you understand? So that is why this formalin is needed. Then we also have another chemical we call ammonia. Ammonia is an acid. Now, but ammonia as one, it also serves as a preservative. Secondly, it also serves as a shine. It makes the chemical to be shine, durable. It brings the durability of the paint. So ammonia, you notice mostly when you are doing white color production. That is why when you look at the wall, you see that the wall is shining. It's because of ammonia that is present. So ammonia serves two things: durability and as well as the preservatives. So that is it here. Now, coming here, we have this is our color. Now, but in terms of production, we have two different types of color. We have what we call the paste, and we have what we call the oxide. If you look at it, this is oxide. Oxide is like a powder form in nature. This is oxide. This is oxide. What you see is yellow oxide. You know, we have the primary colors. If you are familiar with the color, we have primary color. Blue is a primary color. Yellow is a primary color. Black and so many of them. But this one, this is what we call yellow oxide. Now, talking about the paste. Paste is like a liquid in nature. So you can see this one. This is a black. This is black oxide. So it's like normal liquid. So that is the color we have here. So but today, based on our production, we don't really need this. We don't really need this. So our main emphasis is on the best aspect, the oxide aspect of it. Now, but before you make use of your color, remember color is a powder in form. You have to dissolve it on your own, because you can't just put it there. You have to dissolve it with water. Then ensure you prepare it, dissolve very well, so that when you are rolling it on the wall, you will not have a negative effect on your production. So color is needed in times of production. So this is a little, this is just all we need for now, based on what we are doing here. We also have another chemical based, but depending on what we want to produce. Like I said, we have emulsion, we have satin. Satin is what we call nylon paint. Sometimes when you notice the house, then you can use water and wash it out. That one is called satin. It's called satin paint, and also called a nylon paint. But now we have emulsion, we have oil. Everybody know what oil means, which you can use and paint your protector and your gate. Those ones are called oil paint. Okay, let's move ahead as we proceed to our main production. So what we have here, this is our water. Like I told you, each and every single chemical here have a quantity we need in terms of our production. But today we are only producing 20 liters of emulsion paint. So first chemical we have here is our water. Our water, we have to make use of 10 liters of water. So you put your 10 liters of your water in the bucket you are going to make use of. Then after which you now get your titan. This is your titan. I have shown you before. Then all you need to do is to put your titan in the water, then mix it thoroughly. The mixing is very, very important, because if you don't mix very well, because we are doing small quantity, that is why we have to mix with hand, or you can mix with stick. But when you are doing a large production, you have to make use of your mixing machine in terms of production. But because it's just one bucket, so there is no need of using machine. So all we make use of is our, make sure you mix very well, turn it very well, because if you mix wrongly, it will definitely affect your production. So you turn it very well. Okay, so like I told you, we have mixed our titan with 10 liters of water. Remember, the titan we use here is just a half kg. That is what we use. So we have used a half kg. But if you are doing maybe 2 buckets, you can make use of 1 kg. But now, since we are doing 1 bucket, all we make use of is just a half kg. So after we have mixed our titan with our water, dissolve it properly, then we now move ahead to add our cashew. Remember I told you the cashew, this is You may use of a half kg, but from this half kg you can also use to produce 2 bags, 2 buckets, sorry, 2 buckets. What you need to do is to add, and as you are adding, ensure you stir properly so that the chemical will, because if you allow it to come together, you will not enjoy what the result would be. So you add, then dissolve properly. You add, and then ensure make proper dissolution. Okay. So you turn it very well, mix it properly. Mix it properly. From your observation, you notice that what we use is 10 liter. You will ask, how is it possible you use 10 liter to produce 20 liter? But due to the calcium we have added, you notice that there is an increase. There's an increase. There's an increase. So that is it. So ensure that you mix your chemical. Ensure you mix it thoroughly to dissolve properly. Dissolve properly. Dissolve properly. Turn it very well. Why I'm using my hand is so that we have a correct result. If you stick now, might not be able to know if the chemical are mixed properly or not. So using hand will help us to get the results we are looking for. So now, if you are producing a colored paint, this is where you can now add up your color. Now, another different thing I want you to understand here is that if it is paste you are using, you can add paste at any time, whether after your production, because paste is already liquid. It does not have any negative effect. So like I said before, here at this junction, after adding your calcium, you mix it properly. You can now go ahead and add your color based on the color you are looking for. If you want to produce a cream color, you use yellow oxide, sorry. Now, there's also a possibility, it's not as if you cannot use a yellow paste to produce, but depending on the color you are looking for. For example, you want to produce like MTN color, you don't use oxide, rather you use the paste. So it can give you exact like MTN color. But if you are looking for cream color like this, what you are seeing here, you may use of this oxide dissolved properly. Then you can now add up and move ahead. Now, after which, you now add your acrylic. This is our acrylic. Remember, I showed you before. This our acrylic is 1.5 kg we are using here. Due to we want to have a very durable and paint. So this is 1.5 kg of acrylic. 1.5 kg of acrylic. But in times of when you are producing 2 buckets at the same time, you can use 2.5 to be fine. So you mix it. You mix it very well. Remember I told you it's like your pap. So turning it very well is also very, very important. As you can see, you see that the paint is already showing out a sign that we are getting there, but not there yet. Then turn it. Turn your acrylic, mix it together with the other chemicals we have already set down. So you turn it properly. It's already liquid in nature, so it does not need more stress to mix properly. But ensure you mix it well. Okay. If you look at here, see something like bubbles. on it. So that is why you have to mix it properly, so that you will not have bubble during after your production. So proper mixing is very, very important. You notice that when you prepare akam, you notice that you will see kro on it. On your own normal pap, if you don't prepare pap very well, you notice our people call it kro. That's what we call kro that will be on it, as if you are chopping. There's a bone on it. So that is the reason why you have to mix your acrylic very well. Turn it very well. It's already liquid, but when you turn it very well, then you can get exact result you are looking for. So after that, you now go ahead and put your juniper.
What's the use of juniper?
The juniper helps us to coverage. It covers the wall. So no matter how the wall is, you will not be able to see the main wall, but rather the paint will help you to cover it. So it serves as a coverage. So put your juniper, and what we have here is a half kg. That is a half liter because it's liquid. So put your juniper. Turn it very well. If you can see, they see that there is a change. So there's a change.
It's becoming more thicker.
Yeah. So the thickener will come soon. But if you notice it now, when I put my hand here, you see that something is already covering my hand because of this. So that is why it's very important. Those one are part of those are primary chemical needed in terms of production. So
these chemicals you're mixing using your hand, doesn't it have any effect on your skin?
Does not have any negative effect. All these ones are based in nature. When you talk about the acids, that is the ones that you see when you put it. I have to be very careful. When we get to ammonia, even me and you will notice that something is going on here. So all these ones, they are based. They don't really have any negative effect on our skins. So
as you said earlier, it's due to the fact that we are producing just little.
Yes, that is why we can make use of hand. So like if I'm doing 5 bucket now, I can use stick. I have my stick there, which I normally use in terms of turning. But if I'm doing 20 drum now, which we call 20 rubber, we make use of machine. So it will help you to. And another advantage is that machine will help you to turn it. The way I'm spending time, you will not spend time. Machine will just do it with few seconds.
With ease.
So it's very, very important. So if you notice, you see that we are going there. Now at this junction now, we have put all the necessary chemical. Then we now go to our thickener. Remember I told you we have different type of thickener. We have nitro soap, which is very common to everybody in the market there. We have the thickener. So the one we are using is just due to it's just one bucket. We can just make use of 1/4. That is 1 kg divided by 4. That is what we call 1/4. So we just make use of 1/4. The same 1/4 can also help you to produce 2 buckets. So just that in the market, nobody will give you less than that. But so that is why I am saying 1/4. So 1/4 is very, very okay in terms of production. Then what do? You ensure that you dissolve your thickener.
Come again?
You ensure you dissolve your thickener. You don't just put it inside. You add water, then put your thickener. Now this one take very easy to bind. So all you need to do is to be very fast in terms of mixing it. You don't waste time, because the more you waste time, the more the chemical mix together, then you get it wrong. Immediately you mix it, don't waste time, then you move ahead and then you put it, then you move ahead and put it. Then you turn it. Don't allow you to wait. You turn it very well. Water is much.
You have to be audible. Sorry.
I turn it very well, like I said. I noticed that the water was much during the one I said 10 liters. So on your own, due to the bucket you are using, in order to manage it, you have to. Now, if you notice what happened here now is that due to the nitro I use is much, so you see that our paint will be more thicker. It's not like watering. Even you add one bucket to this, half bucket to this, you can still be thick. So the essence of doing is to get a result. No matter how you put it on the wall, it will not have any negative effect. So you see, this is what we call emulsion paint. So how thick it is, on a mass production, you cannot have it like this, because no company will waste its money and produce this for you and then sell it at the same price you get aside there. So this is what we have here. Now, what we need to do, we can now go ahead and put our formalin. Remember I told you formalin serves as a preservatives. So when you are putting formalin, ensure you are careful, because this is also a harmful just preservatives. It helps you to preserve the chemical, to preserve the paint. No matter how long it will stay, there will not be any negative effect. So if you do it, you mix it properly.
You are talking about harmful effect of formalin.
It's not really that harmful, but the one that is more harmful is the.
What's the effect of the formalin?
It's a preservative, yeah. Even why it's a little lesser.
Harmful to the skin or to where exactly?
Yeah, much of it is harmful to your skin, but it's not much like what you see here. Not much. You see that our paint is very thick. It's very thick. So you can't do this kind of production and be selling it in the market. You lose money. So it's only maybe individual requests. You make it for them to have. So this is what we call emulsion paint. The only chemical we have not add is our ammonia. If you put this chemical now called ammonia, you see how the paint will be shining and how durable it will be. When you look at it, it will be chlorine. So it's very, very important. So this is white emulsion paint we have done here today. And we hope to see you again in our production. Thank you for watching. Okay, like I said, this is the end point of our production, and like as I told you, what we did today is just emulsion production. We still have other ones coming. We have satin coming. We have disco coming. We have oil paint coming. We have matte coming. We have a lot to give you. We urge you to subscribe to We Dynamic Global YouTube channel. You can watch our program each and every time, every moment. We have a lot to give you. Thank you for watching.